Evening racing fans, how are you all doing? And to the racing community, Kieran here, back with another podcast. And after the hustle and bustle last week, 6 podcasts covering Goodwood and Galway. Thanks to everybody for all the support with those videos. It's very kind of you to watch them, and the comments were dropped in. Thanks to Joe and Jamie who joined on the Galway one, a lot of views for that. So yeah, plenty of good vibes off of that. We didn't find many winners over the week, just the 2 at Goodwood. Scandinavia, obviously a very good winner on the first day, and then I can't remember the name of the. Now I've come to it. The name of the horse that won on the second day. Name escapes me, but we had a decent time of it. Not the best, should I say, at Goodwood. Galway wasn't much better. We had a decent third with She Could Be Anything in the Galway plate, and then unfortunately Dysart Enos didn't jump a twig in the Galway hurdle. Very disappointing. I'm not quite sure where they go next with her. Moving on to this week, very quiet week. As people have seen on my Twitter, I put out whether you want me to cover the Shergar Cup or not. It was a resounding 75% no. Those that did want me to cover some of it, if you just want to drop me a message, if you want to know what I fancy on it, I will have a look, not a problem. That's fine by me, but I will go with the majority. We won't cover the Shergar Cup. So just 2 races from Haydock and then a race from Newmarket, which I will cover shortly. Aside from that, there won't be much more in this video. There's plenty of content to come though. I've been in touch with plenty of jump stables in regards to horses to follow, etc. Dark horses to follow, which will all be coming up closer to the jump season. There'll be horses to follow from myself. Obviously last year I did 5 novice chasers and novice hurdlers from over this side of the water, and 5 from Ireland novice chasers and novice hurdlers as well. I'll do a similar sort of thing myself this year. And I will also potentially chuck in some other bits and pieces. Regards the podcast, potentially we could get some more guests on. Obviously, it was very good to have the 2 guys on, Joe and Jamie. If anybody wants to come on, anybody wants to come and join me, have a chat about racing, by all means, drop me a message. We'll have a chat, see what we can do, and see if we can get our podcasts on together. So let's move on to the 3 races that we're going to cover. The first race being at Newmarket, the 340, and it is the Park Stud Stakes, Sweet Solario Stakes over 7 furlongs, where Dance to the Music is currently favourite for Charlie Appleby. Billy Loughnane in the saddle. He gets his opportunity for Godolphin. I'm sure he will take it with open arms. Which is a very good jockey up and coming, old Billy. But a 6-4 1 star over that win over 6 furlongs at Newmarket. I'm going to be taking him on all day long. He could have quite easily bolted up. Godolphin horses at Newmarket normally do. But I'll be taking him on. The horse I'm taking him on with is a True Test of William Knight. Marco Gianni is booked in the saddle. You get about 11 to 1 about this boy currently. Obviously, we'll see what price we get on Saturday morning. See how we play the race. But won at Lingfield first time out. Nothing fancy there. Win at Lingfield in a Dobby Little Maiden, Class 5 Maiden. But then came to Newmarket in a novice stakes at Newmarket over course and distance, and won only by a head, but at least he's won at the track over the trip. Now, nothing else in this race has even won at the trip. Like, some of them have run it and never won at it, so I'd be willing to take on the favourite. I think this boy, with course and distance form, William Knight's horses are in decent nick at the moment. He's currently striking, well, he's not had too bad a run. Gianni's not doing too badly either in the saddle this season. Course and distance form is key for me, and I will take a swing at True Test at currently best price 11 to 1. We shall see what we get on Saturday. And then we move over to Haydock. Bear with me. Where 2 races over at Haydock. The first being the the Dick Heron, I think it is. Yep, the Dick Heron Stakes for fillies and mares, where Shawadi is favourite in here at 3-1 for Ollie Sangster. And he had two options of declarations. He chose the Shawadi to run. Was 6th at Kempton after a long layoff of decent form. Before that, obviously ran behind Ylang in the fillies mile up at Newmarket. How strong a form that you can make some case for that. But there's two I like in here now. Ed Walker runs 3 in the race. And the one of his I quite like is Visario. I'll give that a mention. David Probert will take the ride. Actually won at the track this time last year. Okay, it was only in a four-runner handicap, class 4 handicap, but has course form, stall 2, potentially could work in its favour. If it can get to the front early doors, potentially could take a lot of pegging back. She's around 33-1 currently. She may be a play for me, but the one I really like, and I actually put her up in a video previously, but she didn't actually run, she was a non-runner, and that's Sunfall of David O'Mara's. Danny Tubbo in the saddle. Currently best price around 12-1. I actually put her up for a race up at, I believe it was Ascot actually, or I can't remember, it was either Ascot or Sandown potentially. Didn't run that day. She's only had the one run this season. She got decent back form last season. She went on a listed event last year at Ascot over 7. Obviously this is a mile, so she's got to obviously step up to that level. But she ran in a Group 3 at Epsom last time out, where she was quite disappointed, to be honest. But I think she needed the run. It was the first run for O'Mara. I think they were trying to learn on the job with her, and potentially she could come on for that leaps and bounds. And going into this race, like I said, she's about an 11-1 shot. She's definitely worth a play for me, and she's got the course form, whereas some of these are very hit and miss on the course. And David O'Mara actually goes for first time tongue strapped as well in the race, so potentially that could bring out further improvement in some fall. So she will be my selection. Like I said, actually 12-1 currently best price, but we'll see what price we get on the day. We then move on to the Rosa Lancaster Stakes, the Group 3, where Detain is favourite for John Gosden, Ross Orion, Jugmont Racing. No surprise, obviously, was a decent third in the French, I want to say the French 2000, was it French 2000 Guinness? This Wootton Bassett Colt, so very, very well respected. Obviously disappointed at Ascot the next time, behind Trinity College, who obviously was running the race in France as well. The one I've come down on though, and it's the complete and utter rag. I can't believe the price of this, but I'm going to have to back him because he's just a ridiculous price. And it's 25-1 shot is Certain Lad of Jack Shannon's. Now, this horse has done absolutely nothing this season so far. 3 starts. He ran in a Group 2 at Longchamp, where he was 3rd behind Map of Stars, 3rd of 5. It's an okay run. He then went to Chester, where he was last of 6 at Chester. Alright, only beaten 5 and a bit lengths, but it's not terrific form. And then was last again at York last time out behind Royal Champion. The thing I got with this is all those races were Group 2s. He now drops back into Group 3 level. The last time he was in Group 3 level was at Longchamp at the back end of last season. Okay, on soft ground, where he won. He won by a length. He was, a time before that, he was 2nd in a Group 3 behind My Prospero, where he was only beaten a neck into 2nd. In that race, 3rd in that race was Perska, was 3rd in that race. He's won 3 times since. Novros was 4th in that race. He's won since. And also Savvy Victory was in that race, and he's won since as well. So plenty of back form in that race. And then the time before that was this race last year, where he went down just a neck to Amnat of Owen Burrows, who obviously this season has ran decent races in both. I can't remember which race it was now. I think it was the Curragh, where he finished second to Los Angeles. He was then second again in the Prince of Wales behind Onsman. So there's no cert about that Ammat's a decent animal and only going down by a neck that day, and it literally was on the running. Just shoved away with certain lads. And I think 25 to 1 is a bit disrespectful of a price, to be honest. And if we're going to get that price on Saturday in a field where there's only 8 runners, I know Detain deserves to be favourite. He gets all the weight for obviously the 3-year-old allowance, but Certain Land is far too big at 25 to 1 for me not to have a play on him. So that's the 3 races covered. We've gone big price galore as per usual. I hope you all enjoyed the video, guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any interest or know of anybody who wants to go on the podcast and join me for the jump season, just drop me a message and I will get back to you and we'll have a chat about it. Like I said, plenty more content to come towards the jumps, and obviously horses to follow as well. That's all coming along with stable tours as well. But thanks again for listening, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope we have a decent weekend punting, and good luck to you all.